Good morning to those who listen. It's December 30th, 2025, 12:20 a.m. And we're looking at a video from Light for the World. And she discovered something which I think is odd. I don't remember it this way, but let me know what you guys think, because it seems like some more changes have happened in this one. I don't know. I'm not as familiar with the Old Testament, I guess, as the New Testament when there's changes. But I think I would have heard of this before. Play just a little bit of this.
New King James Version of the Bible. It says, the first book of the Kings, commonly called the third book of the Kings. That's what's in there in this New King James Version Bible. And not yet, hold on. Okay, you guys, let's look what it says about Second Kings. In Second Kings, it says the second book of the Kings, commonly called the fourth book of the Kings.
Okay, so wow. So she was saying that she found how it says that the first book of Kings is actually the third book of Kings, and then the second book of Kings is actually the second book of Kings is actually the fourth book of Kings. What in the world? So I looked at my Bible, and the first book of the Kings, it's the first book of the Kings. Not the first book of Kings, but the first book of the Kings, otherwise called the third book of the Kings. And then if you go to the second book of the Kings, otherwise called the fourth book of the Kings. What is going on here? So then I threw it into ChatGPT. Why is the first book of Kings called the third book of Kings? So supposedly there's a breakdown of the Hebrew Bible, and the first two books of Kings were actually 1st and 2nd Samuel. So it actually is, which don't make any sense to me. 1st and 2nd Samuel was 1st and 2nd Kings. Are they combined? Is 1st Samuel with 1st Kings and 2nd Samuel with 2nd Kings? I don't know. This is weird to me. I've never heard of this. But again, I don't know the Old Testament as well as the New Testament, but I would have thought by 58 years of life on this earth that somewhere, some way, I would have heard about this. So then it has, I don't know. I mean, it explains it. It explains it, so they just numbered it differently. What? But what about 1st and 2nd Samuel then? I don't know. It's just weird why it matters. It's just a different counting system. If you want, I can also explain why Samuel and Kings were originally one long book. Have you heard this before? That Samuel and Kings were originally one long book, and why they were split at all. I don't know if I want to know the answer. Because the answer might not be, I mean, it might sound good, but is it really true? See, that's what we're facing right now. We're facing AI, we're facing spiritual wickedness in high places, and we're seeing all these changes. Well, at least some of us are seeing these changes. And why are some of us, here's another good question, why are some of us seeing these changes, but other people don't see the changes, or they downplay the changes, saying it's no big deal? I mean, some of the changes are subtle, but I mean, there's so many now, and it seems like they're increasing, that more of the verses that are changed are meaningful. They're changing the meanings. And I don't know, it baffles me how this has happened in the first place. And then again, you know, how people can't see the changes. I don't know. It's weird to me. But thank you for Light for the World for that video, because that is eye-opening, at least for one. I've never heard of this either. And I just want to get, you know, everybody's thoughts on this. Have you ever heard of First, Second Kings being actually the third and fourth books of Kings, or in other words, it being separate? Then why didn't they do it that way? I mean, they did do it that way. First and Second Samuel. I don't know. That's just weird to me. Why the confusion? But they always have to have an explanation. There is always an explanation for it. And that's the thing with AI. They can always come up with some explanation. And most people will say, oh, okay, I get it. It was always that way. We just didn't know. How do we not know? All right. Thanks for watching. And let me know in the comments what you guys think. Wow. God bless.